Hiya, and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, it is the final stream of Bee Simulator. So sit back, relax, grab your pollen one last time, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream, which I'm now going to get buzzing on my phone so I can interact with my lovely viewers. Okay, so as you may have saw, my vocabulary is absolutely terrible. I uploaded 2 Bee Simulator videos last night. The first was a video showing the fact that I got the platinum in Bee Simulator, and the second video was showcasing that I achieved all of the feats, F-E-A-T-S, not F-E-E-T-S, like feats, like in-game challenges, achievements, whatever you want to call them, completed all of them in the game. But this final live stream, what I wanted to do was to show the entire glossary. The glossary contains quite a lot, and I mean a lot, of various animals, creatures, and a little bit of information about them. There's also flowers, but I'm not going to go too much into that. There's too many flowers in this game, considering that it's a game called Bee Simulator and you're collecting pollen from all those flowers. And if I get time, I might do a little bit of exploration as well. I might sting some people. Okay, so as you can see, the story is 100% complete. The story is short, but just like honey, very sweet. Really fun to play it. I've played it on hard difficulty. You can only choose between easy or hard. And fun fact, actually, the gameplay changes, not the difficulty. The difficulty changes as well, but not just the difficulty, but the gameplay changes, particularly when it comes to the fight sequences. The fight sequences on easy mode, you have to press the right button at the right time. On hard, you're doing a full-on fight, so you have to flick up or down, and left and right, and all that kind of stuff. It's like traditional fighting input. So that's an interesting approach to difficulty. But it was really tough for me, particularly the chase and follow sequences. I found them pretty difficult. And some of the fights, oh my god, some of the fights were insane. Sometimes I had to fight 4 wasps, all after the other. And because I've completed the story, the current, not so much objective, but what's happening right now is something ends, something begins. So it's a free flight, so I can pretty much do whatever the hell I want to do. As I mentioned, I've completed all the feats, so I have no more challenges or side quests to complete. That's all been shown in the previous video. Don't need to show that again. But what I do want to show is actually, I want to show you a little bit of the trophy room. Actually, let's see if my game was glitched. There's actually glitches in this game. Very annoying glitches in this game where your counter gets reset. What I mean by your counter is, let's say I have 19 spiderweb challenges to complete. I'd complete 19 and then I start a new, then I turn off the PlayStation, turn it back on again, start up the game, and it'll be reset back to 7. It's very annoying kind of glitches in the game. Goodbye, Jazz. Who's Jazz? Play Ghost of Tsushima today. Not today, Supon. Sorry. I thought you were done with the game. I am, but just one final live stream showcasing the glossary, all the different insects and animals in the game, and I might do a little bit of exploration as well. Supon, thank you so much for buzzing your way onto Green Hill Gaming. You are very welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Hope you enjoy. I'm still trying to de-age myself in the club. I like that, de-age. Then play Ghost of Tsushima today, if it's done. Please don't tell me what to do, Supon. Please, respectfully don't tell me what to do, please. Okay? But you've got this, man, with Sifu, you've got this, man. Stick to it, man. So let's see if it's glitched. So these are my feats. Okay, so it's not glitched. So I'll give you an example of what I mean, right? Okay, see this? Great hunger. Actually, no, never mind that. Right, see this? Little bees. Find all little bees in the park. I'll give you an example now of a glitch. Okay, so let's say I collected 9 of the little bees and I decided to go for a walk, turn off a PlayStation, come back from the walk, turn it back on. Weirdly enough, it'll get reset down to 7. Right? Or even worse, if you got all 10, and then you got reset to 7, and there's no more bees to collect, but the game is telling you that there's no more bees. And what makes that annoying is, and I'll check a comment now in a second, Supong, don't worry about that. What makes that annoying is there's actually a feat that you can only get by completing all the feats. So if you can't complete the feat, then you can't get that. The solution is to start a new save file, because all these feats get carried over to a new save. So then all you have to do is just collect a couple of more bees to build it up to 10. Don't worry, Supon, I'm aware that you're here, and I'll read your comment now in just a second. I just want to find the particular feat that I'm talking about. I probably passed it on like a million times, haven't I? I don't know why it's gone. Let's just collect all other feats. See? I told you it's glitched. And it doesn't matter, it's in the video. It's already in the vid that I uploaded earlier. Be right back. That's what you should have done, actually. You should have done B and then RB. Okay, now. I have actually shown some of these before. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm kind of all over the place right now, but that's okay. I actually want to show you my trophy room. Which is in the Hive. Actually, let me just charge up my phone. Actually, I have a better way of charging up my phone if hopefully there's power still in it. It's a power bank. We've got a power bank. They're very handy because they're portable. They're basically portable chargers. So, there's power in it. Yep. Very, very handy now indeed. My phone is charging away now beside me. Much better. Okay, so the trophy room is in here. And what it is once you go out into the open world and find creatures and animals, they will get registered to your glossary. Then you build up knowledge points, which you get by playing the game, essentially. And you spend those knowledge points to actually unlock trophies of those creatures and animals. So we've got the western honeybee, We've got an ant, a grasshopper, a migrant hawker, a Roman snail, an edible frog, a giant frog, that one. A housefly, a brintest, see a butterfly, I pronounced that terribly wrong, I know. Stag beetle, a common wasp, and my dreaded enemy, a yellow garden spider. Okay. So now we get a better look at them and many more in the very extensive glossary. So this is how I wanted to end my bee simulator experience. So this is the Western honey bee. I'm not going to attempt the Greek or Latin names for them. Its Latin name translates into honey maker bee, and undoubtedly this ordinary humble bee species is best known for producing the honey we all eat. Bees live in hives with a strong social structure. Each bee has assigned duties, and the hive is ruled by the queen, the mother bee that gives birth to all others in the hive. And you can rotate a very detailed, up close and personal model of each of the insects. Now what's kind of annoying, I haven't figured it out yet now, but you can't like move to the next entry. Like if you press right in the D-pad, nothing is happening. Press right in the analog stick, nothing is happening. R1, L1, you can't like move on to the next one. You literally have to go back and back into the glossary again. That is actually annoying. Like there's no way to fix that. What's this? Oh yeah, I'm going to start unlocking them now. So here we have the monarch butterfly, for me, the most recognizable and common butterfly you will ever see. This is my childhood. I used to collect like butterflies and other insects and bugs when I was a kid. A black spot, an inside surface of its hind wing distinguishes the male monarch butterflies from the females, which have no such spot. The monarch butterfly uses both vision and smell to assess its environment. Beautiful creature. Although the body is like, I like the wings. Everything else about it is kind of creepy. No offense. No offense, butterfly. I don't mean to offend you. There's actually quite a lot of butterflies actually in this game. This is the European peacock. Peacock butterflies can be easily recognized by the beautiful purple eye spots on their hind wings. If you look upside down, their wings pattern resembles an owl's face. The coloration of their wings provide protection against predators by confusing or even scaring them away into thinking it's an owl. Nature is just really something else altogether when you stop and think about that. Like, I mean, from upside down, the wings look like an owl's like face, tricking predators into thinking it's actually an owl. Like, that's fascinating. Like, and then we have the Ulysses butterfly. Terrible at pronouncing names. This butterfly has beautiful blue wings, allowing males to spot their mates from even 30 meters away. However, the underside of their wings is a dull brown, allowing them to stay invisible when necessary. Lots of butterflies. Like dark butterfly. These butterflies can be spotted from June to September, so they should be flying around our gardens right now, feeding on nectar of flowers. Their young spend the winter as larvae, so there is only one generation every year. Oh, what a beautiful butterfly. The Menelaus blue morpho. The name blue morpho can actually be used to refer to any blue butterfly of the genus Morpho, which are part of the largest Nymphalidae family. When threatened, the butterfly will emit a strong odour from a gland on their front legs that function as another way to repel predators. The blue morpho also has what is known as a flashing defense. It flashes itself at people. When in flight, its wings appear to flash from vivid blue to dull brown. Look at the size of that model. Grasshopper. The grasshopper has a large pair of grounded eyes, which give all-round vision. These simple eyes, which can detect light and dark, and a pair of thread-like antennae that are sensitive to touch and smell. The remote parts are adapted to chewing. Grasshoppers are coloured to blend into their environment, usually a combination of brown, grey, or green. Oh, wait a second, I forgot to show the... Can I show this? Yeah. Sorry, I got a bit confused. Right. Forgot to show the migrant hawker, or as I like to call it, Sparks the butterfly. I know it's on a dragon. I know it's not actually a dragonfly, or is it a dragonfly? It is. Young dragonflies. Why just call it a dragonfly then? I know it's a particular type of dragonfly, but this is Sparks the butterfly. Why did I keep saying butterfly? Sparks the dragonfly. Dragonfly, dragonfly, dragonfly. It's crazy to think like this is what Sparks could look like, you know, if we got like a full-on like next generation Spyro the Dragon game. That'd be pretty cool. Young dragonflies spend their life underwater as aquatic creatures called nymphs. When the nymphs, I'm probably not even pronouncing that correctly, but who cares, is ready to become an adult dragonfly, it moves towards the shore and climbs the stem of a tall plant before emerging from its nymphal caste as an adult dragonfly. The housefly. We're well used to these. Houseflies appear everywhere where people or animals live. Their existence today is closely linked to ours, as human refuse provides them with their food. Flies are slow flyers, and they only eat liquids. Ugh! I just get shivers looking at that, man. The common wasp. They're evil. Like, can we just agree that wasps are evil? Seriously, like. Common wasps are evil. That's all you need to know about wasps. No, I'm joking. Common wasps have a similar caste order like bees, with queens, workers, and male drones. Unlike bees, wasps create their nests from paper, which they make by chewing up wood fibers. It's easy to mistake bees and wasps, but wasps don't participate much in pollination and don't die after using their sting. They feed their young with meat, the meat of humans. They're feeding from us. No, I'm joking. I hope I am anyway. Here we have a stag beetle. The common name stag beetle refers to their large antenna-like mandibles. They use them during mating fights. Wait, there's literally, oh, it doesn't matter. What the hell is that? Lucinous beetles drink tree sap and flower nectar. They cannot chew solid food. Alright. No, let's just talk about the actual process of finding some of these insects, creatures. It was tough. Where are you going? Come on. It took me a long, long time to find this earthworm, to be honest with you. A hell of a long time. I was going to look it up online, but I actually found it myself and I was just so happy. Earthworms have the ability to replace or replicate lost segments. The Umbrella Corporation should be researching this. However, contrary to popular opinion, it may be very difficult or even impossible to replace a lost head or other part of the body if something is wrong. Furthermore, the cut-off body part does not gain its own life as a new earthworm. Only the part of the worm with head and crucial organs will survive. Here we have the Roman snail. A common species of European snail. It is often called escargot. It probably does not like being called that, and because it's a French word. And the French eat these. Like most snails, this one is a hermaphrodite. Basically meaning that each snail is male and female at the same time, so they can have a great old time, so, if you know what I mean. Yellow garden spider. I've seen lots of them, actually, as a kid. Terrified. Salam. As an adult. Terrified. Also known as black and yellow. I can't say that word. They're all Latin. I don't do Latin, okay? I don't do Latin. They can reach up to 3 centimeters in length. After mating, the males die and are often eaten by the female. God. In spring, thousands of little spiderlings hatch and float away on the wind. Ugh, that's actually terrifying. That's actually terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. I've always feared spiders, but that is absolutely terrifying. To think that there are thousands of little spiders hatching and floating in the wind. I am never leaving my house again. I'm not even joking, seriously. No, man, that is just terrifying, man. Jesus Christ. I did not need to know that. Anyway, ants are like bees. They live in a colony and can come together to form an enormous, coordinated superorganism. Ants, like bees, communicate through pheromones. And they also have their own queen, who runs the colony. Interesting fact, ants are as old as dinosaurs. I think the next game is going to revolve around ants. I think it'll be Ant Simulator. B plus Ant Simulator. And now we move on to the the lizard and animal segment of the glossary. This is a fire salamander. Though it may look like a lizard, the salamander is actually an American. I thought that said American. Amphibian, related to frogs. Like many amphibians, they secrete a toxic substance through their skin. Best not to touch them. Well, then why the hell are they all over? They're literally inside a tropical house, and they're out in the open. A kid could just go over and fucking touch it and get fucking really sick My God. Wait, what? There we go. The blue-tongued skink. I stink. You stink. The blue-tongued stink's special feature, as the name suggests, it's a bright blue tongue. When threatened, the stink puffs up its body to appear bigger, and then sticks out its long tongue with a hiss. As soon as he takes the predator by surprise, giving the stink just enough time to scurry away. God, he's full of energy, isn't he? Central bearded dragon. The bearded dragon has well-developed vision, which is used both for hunting prey to avoid predators. Hunting prey and to avoid predators. Snakes are the main threat for Agamas. They primarily feed on insects, but they also enjoy seeds, berries, and fruits. Here we have the African spurred tortoise, the world's third largest tortoise. While other large tortoises live on tropical islands, this one lives in the arid lands of North Africa. Because of the heat, they spend a large part of the day in burrows underground. So Koopa, where's Mario? Step on that Koopa, Mario, come on. And we have the edible frog. Frogs don't need to drink water, as they absorb it through their skin. Each species has its unique call, and some frog calls can be heard up to a mile away. They are the natural enemy of the bee. They eat insects. And now we're moving on to the animal segment. This is a parrot, scarlet macaw. Sorry. What'd you say? What you call me? Same to you, parrot. Parrots of the macaw family are highly intelligent and can mimic human speech. Some are kept as pets due to the cool Easter egg, or like a really cool fucking just a cool little Easter egg. If the game actually used your microphone, right, and you started talking, and then the parrot started like replicating it, like I'd fucking die. Some are kept as pets due to the affectionate and playful nature. They eat tropical fruits and nuts. In the wild, they live up to about 40 years, but in captivity, they can reach 75 years. You are shitting me. Did not know that. They are monogamous. Jesus Christ. Choosing one mate for their whole life. Well, then, you know what? That's the way life should be. If you look someone in the eye, you tell them that you love them and you want to be with them for the rest of your life, then you don't go off with somebody else. Full stop. No ifs or buts about it. The hooded crow from Knocknaheeny. Yeah, flies around with the old Nike hood up like. Come out and I date you. A close relative to all black carrion crow. The black and grey hoodie. the black and grey Nike hoodie that I got down in Common Sports there, like, you know. Shapes many of its habits. The two species can even hybridize through this, though this rarely happens. Quite a clever bird, it will drop an oyster onto the rocks to smash it open. I see a few of these around actually. This is called grey, old crows, really old crows is what I used to call them. That's what they look like to me. An old crow. This is the common raven. Ravens are amongst the smartest of birds, even having the capacity to tell other ravens about a distant object. An ability shared only with humans. Ants and bees, humans, ants and bees. Ravens can also mimic many sounds, including human speech. A bit like a parrot, so I just read about. This is the house sparrow, one of the most common birds in the world, native to Europe and Asia, and since introduced to every continent other than Antarctica. While tiny, sparrows come in large numbers and sometimes are considered agricultural pests. I wouldn't call them a pest, they're cute. Call a sparrow a pest. The European herring gull. Like many other birds, especially in the gull family, the herring gull has exploded in population recently due to the feeding opportunities provided by human waste. I think seagulls are annoying. Really annoying. Ah, look! It's a duck. A common duck, anyway. Why is it not moving? The rest of them moved. It's kind of dead. The mallard's webbed feet have no nerves or blood vessels. The fuck? So they do not feel the cold. This is an important adaptation, considering that ducks can be found on every continent outside of Antarctica. Because the duck's eyes are locked on the sides of its head, they have a field of vision of nearly 340 degrees, and thanks to the shape of their eyes, they can see objects both near and far simultaneously. That's pretty crazy. That's fucking pretty crazy that there's no nerves and blood vessels in their feet. That's weird. Chicken. Who would have thought the common chicken comes from the jungle? Originating in Southeast Asia, the red jungle fowl has been taken by people to every part of the world. Chickens are omnivores, eating not only plants but insects and worms too. Here's Colin Farrell, the penguin. While Colin Farrell spends his days fighting Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, they live in Antarctica. The penguin, because I can't read, inhabits South America. Most of the population lives in Chile, Argentina, and the Falklands. But some reach as far north as Rio de Janeiro. Maybe they come from maybe they come for the carnival. Maybe. Never know. This is the Adélie penguin. While flightless, Antarctica's Adélie penguins are excellent swimmers. Recently, a few Adélie penguins have been spotted far outside their habitat, on Madagascar, in the US and Europe. These sightings are associated with very strange events. Ooh. Tell us more. Very strange events? What kind of strange events? Tell me. I like strange events. This is the white rhinoceros. You can hear him chewing. The mighty rhino is one of the world's most magnificent mammals, surpassed in size only by hippos and elephants. Although herbivores, rhinos can be very dangerous when agitated. These massive beasts can reach up to top speeds of 31 miles per hour. That is fast. I mean, imagine a fucking rhinoceros running at you at 31 miles per hour with that horn. Oh my god. Imagine an elephant running at you. The African bush elephant. This generally placid herbivore is in fact the real king of the wild, as not even a pack of lions would dare challenge a fully grown elephant. Elephants live in close-knit groups with very strong social bonds, and they've got an amazing memory as well. I throw that one in there personally. This is the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile has a well-earned reputation as an extremely dangerous hunter. On land, the crocodile may appear to be a clumsy creature, but in the water it is one of the most effective and specialized predators. You do not want to see this coming towards you. Common hippopotamus. The hippopotamus spends enough time in the water that it may well be considered an aquatic mammal, and indeed they are the closest land-based relatives of the whales. However, most of their food is ordinary grass, so they feed mainly on land. All this reading is getting to me, but we'll do it. Oh, I can't unlock the model. I don't have enough money. But we read about it anyway. It's fine. It's tiny. Well, not enough money, sorry. Enough knowledge points. The king of the wild and one of the world's most ferocious carnivores, lions live in groups called prides, led by the LGBTQ plus joke. Led by the dominant male. Their characteristic mane protects them from bites of an opposing lion during fights for territory and mating fights. Alright, small fuck. The zebra, a horse with stripes, adapted to harsh conditions. A zebra can survive for a week without water and can live on a much worse quality food than most other ruminant herbivores. The German Shepherd, also known as the Alsatian. That's actually what we'd fucking call them, actually. Alsatian. The German Shepherd has bred from continental shepherd dog in the late 1800s. As working dogs, these strong and intelligent creatures have a variety of uses, including police work and even the military. Some German Shepherds have even been trained to go into action with a parachute. Yeah, you see that like in Call of Duty and everything, don't you? Mental. Okay, I can't unlock anymore, I don't think. Look. Oh wait. The Bos taurus, one of the first animals domesticated by people. Cows are prized especially for their milk and meat. These placid grass eaters are remarkable for having a 4-part stomach, a necessity to digest their tough food. The Capra Argus Hicarus. But why is everyone Latin? Seriously, like. Fuck Latin. Smart, agile, and with a reputation for eating anything and everything, the goat is definitely not your typical grass eater. If your lawnmower ever breaks down, just bring out the goat. I love that. Bring over a goat. That's pretty funny. Domestic sheep, aka 90% of the entire human race. Joke. Ba black sheep, have you any wool? People keep many different animals as livestock for meat or milk. Sheep provide both, but above all, they provide the clothes you're wearing. Not really. I'm not wearing any wool. Well, am I? I don't know. Pig. Like their wild boar relatives, domestic pigs will eat virtually anything. This makes them very popular as livestock. as they are easy to provide with food and provide lots of meat. In some parts of the world, they are even used as currency. What is that? I am not going to read that, like, seriously. Not the Latin part, anyway. If you could visit a European village sometime around 5000 BC, perhaps you might have seen pigs just as this one. But this particular Iron Age pig is not some ancient breed, but simply a hybrid between modern domesticated pigs and wild bears. Boars, sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that either. This wild, hairy creature with big tusks is in fact nothing more than a common pig. In its original form before domestication, a highly successful and adaptable species, wild boars and their numerous subspecies can be found all throughout the world. Right. The Cabra ibex. Though a relative of both the goat and the sheep, the ibex has never been domesticated. Incredibly agile, the ibex lives happily in mountainous terrain of the Alps. Once endangered due to overhunting, alpine ibex are now springing back. That's good actually to know. Like. The majestic red deer is also among the best known, not in the least thanks to deer from famous animation movie. This is with his magnificent crown and antlers. The male red deer does not look like the king of the woods. Tails the fox. While many folks live around human settlements, very few are domesticated. Most are simply scavengers, digging through rubbish dumps or raiding farms to eat domestic chickens and other small livestock. And we got the wolf. Once furiously hunted and feared as a predator of human livestock, the wolf today is being carefully reintroduced in many parts of the world. In nature, it plays a vital role by controlling the herbivores wolves allow forest undergrowth to regenerate. A subspecies of the Eurasian brown bear, the grizzly is America's biggest and most powerful predator. At the same time, the grizzly is relatively benign and is more likely to devour fruit and berries than hunt large animals or people. Then again, like if I saw a bear coming towards me, I wouldn't take any fucking chances. Moles can dig up to 5 meters, 18 feet in 1 hour. They don't hibernate. They work all year round to catch food. These little animals paralyze worms and insects with poison in the saliva. I didn't know that. Fucking hell. Then they store the insects in underground room to eat later. That's horror movie-esque right there. Like, that's fucking terrifying. Although never domesticated, this highly adaptive small mammal can be found in many American cities, where it forages in rubbish. Raccoons are known for washing their food in water, though no one knows exactly why they do so. Maybe they just want to get it wet. Maybe they associate water and food as the same thing. I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. The red panda is not related to the giant panda, though it shares the preference for bamboo shoots. Once it was thought that red pandas are relatives of raccoons, which they somewhat resemble, but now it is believed to have living relatives. The cute bunny rabbit is legendary for its fast breeding, that's for sure, and voracious appetites. Originated in Europe, American rabbits belong to different species. A few rabbits were brought into Australia and escaped, Now the whole continent is hopping mad. Fucking hell, tells you the truth. California sea lions are highly intelligent and can be taught to recognize simple sights signals. In some cases, they've been used in military operations. Sea lions are mammals just like people. They sleep on the land and can hold. Hey, I know my vocabulary now isn't the best, but there's an error there. That should say their breath for 10 minutes. But it says dead breath. Look, they sleep on the land and can hold the breath. That should say their breath. So I don't feel too bad now for having terrible vocabulary. And this is BFACS now. We're going into BFACS, and there's some pretty fucking fantastic BFACS. Let me just take a little break personally for myself now, because I mean that's just there's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. So we just take a little break now from the actual reading, and I just do a little bit of talking. So like as you saw there, like there was a lot of insects and animals to discover in Bee Simulator. What you do is you fly up to them and you kind of hover around them for a bit, and they will be registered to your glossary. So yeah, a lot of exploration there. Particularly that earthworm. I just couldn't find that earthworm anywhere. It took me a long while to find it. Okay. Now, let's read about some bee facts. Honeybees fly at speeds of around 15.5 miles per hour. That's fast, when you think of it like. The honeybee's wings flap incredibly fast at about 200 beats per second. That is crazy. No, that is actually crazy. Like 200 beats per second. Like a beat is like a beat. Like, you know what I mean? 200 per second. That's mental. Bees have 5 eyes. 2 big compound ones and 3 simple ones called oculi or something, you know. Bees have 2 stomachs, one for eating and the other for storing nectar, collected from flowers or water so they can carry it back to the hive. This fact here just blows my mind every single time I hear it. The queen can lay up to 2,500 eggs a day. I mean, like, I just can never wrap my head around that, like, oh my god, like, the term honeymoon is derived from an old northern European custom by which newlyweds would drink a cup of mead, fermented honey, every day for a month. Jesus Christ. The average worker bee only produces about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in their lifetime. How many bees for a jar of honey? Fucking hell. But then again, like, I mean, she can lay 2,500 eggs a day, like, so, you know. The bee is the only insect that produces foods also eaten by humans. That's a good point, actually, yeah. The only insect that produces foods also eaten by humans. So I'm missing a few bee facts. So technically, I didn't get everything in the game, but I don't really care. According to an old wives' tale, a bee entering your house means a visitor is on his way. Hey, that's a bit sexist, isn't it? Shouldn't it mean their way? Like, let me be woke now. Yeah, let me be. Yeah. According. Hey. What about according to a partner's tale? Huh? A bee entering your house means a visitor is on their way, Supposedly, if you kill the bee, the visitor won't be pleasant. Dear God. So there's quite a few bee facts that I'm missing, actually. I'm just looking there now, actually. Or am I missing 2, like, but not sure, whatever. Maybe if I do some exploration for the next half an hour, I might be able to find those bee facts, actually. At any one time, a bee might have up to 5 million pollen grains in their hair. Bees have special baskets on their legs, which they use to support pollen grains. Now, there's a lot of flowers, and I really don't want to read them. But you can have a look at them if you want. There is one that I actually love, and I actually see it when I go on my walks to Nashish Borain. I think I might have passed it on, not sure. Oh, there we go. The Digitails. The common name of this flower is foxglove. During the early stages, the plant can sometimes be mistaken for comfrey or a plantain. This mistake can be very dangerous and deadly if you try to make a herbal tea with the common foxglove. I won't be making any herbal tea from that flower now, will I? Wait, what? How to help the bees? Oh, what that is. Help bees. Not quite sure what that means. Unless it means like having a chat with some of the bees. Having a chat. How about having a chat with a Fast Bee Jordan, Asha? Asha, you are first comment and all was I didn't even look down and see that. I just saw your name and I knew that you were in the stream. And then I saw Fast Bee Jordan. Asha, you are always very welcome to Green Hill Gaming. How are you doing today? How is everything with you? This is the final Bee Simulator live stream. I was just going through the very extensive glossary there. I'm going to do a bit of exploration now for the remainder of the live stream. I'm going to see can I find the remaining 2 bee facts. I don't really care because I platinumed it anyway, like so. I'm happy enough with my platinum. I might be able to see what this thing is about as well, how to help the bees. I think there's a couple of bees just flying around the hive, and I think we just like chat to them, and they're like, I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just happy enough for the fact that I platinumed the game, really, and I got all the feats. Like, there's just, yeah, I'm happy enough with that. I'm totally fine, thanks, and you. Glad to hear I am doing very well now. Thank you for asking. All good here now. All good. But yeah, I think once you platinum a game, like that's it then, like, you know what I mean? It's done. It's done. So I just wanted to do the one final live stream to show off the glossary. Jordy, hello, my man. How are you keeping? You are very welcome back to Green Hill Gaming for a live stream, final live stream of Bee Simulator. I'll stream for about 15 to 30 minutes or so. And I'm actually going to change my wardrobe. I like the blue look. I'm going to go with that. I'll give him a gas mask. And green flares. Funny is you can't even see the gas mask. That looks more like a bumble, not a bumble, but a blue bottle. Looks like a blue bottle. I'm good. What about you? Glad you're keeping well, Jordy. I am doing very well now. Thank you so much for asking. So this is the last time we are going to see Fast Bee Jordan here. It is sad times on Green Hill Gaming. But Fast Bee Jordan will always be in our thoughts and our prayers. He's not dead. He's just gone. He's gone to a better place. It wouldn't be like Are you scared? You should be. Yeah, it wouldn't be similar if it was stinging someone at random. I think this is actually one of the hardest like open world games. Well, it is technically open world because if you think about it, like once you open up all the locations, right? Like you have the hill, the hill, the original tree hive, picnic, the new hive, the zoo, the boathouse, and the amusement park. Like once you open all them up, like it becomes a pretty extensive open world. And also considering that you're a tiny little bee, the world around you is huge. I think it's one of the most difficult open world games to look for stuff, especially when you have no map. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that is one of the things. I mean, there literally could be a bee fact just right here. Let's think about that now. Look at the size of this world, and remember all those locations that I just mentioned, right? And to think that if you're looking for like just two bee facts, one bee fact could literally be in this random flower pot with no map, no indication as to where it is. I just wanted to really hit that home and actually just communicate how difficult it actually is to find stuff in this. You can look it up online as well, like, but I'm going to try to stay away from that now. I'm happy. I'm more than happy with my platinum. I'm more than happy with the fact that I completed all the challenges, which are both those videos are up on my channel. So there's no point in going into that now in the live stream, is there? No, BFACs don't show up on your compass. Your challenges and side quests and stuff like that, and little bees will show up in your compass. But BFACs, frustratingly enough, they don't show up in your compass. So they really just could be anywhere. It's anyone's kind of, it could be anywhere. Now this game has been really, really interesting, really different, really unique, really fresh. And I've enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it. The story mode was short but very, very sweet. Really fun experience, But it was really just kind of like going around into the world and exploring it is what really is where the real beef of the game kind of comes in. Like, I'm thinking the BFACs will like be in areas of interest. Like, I think the area in which you find it will probably more than likely be related to the fact in question. It's the best because of the yeah. Without Fast B Jordan, then this game will be nothing. This game will be nothing without Fast B Jordan. In fact, the next game should just be about Fast B Jordan. It should be a racer. It should be a kart racing B game, yeah, involving Fast B Jordan. In fact, I'm going to get a job now for the developers of this game, and I'm going to recommend that to be their next game. Make it happen. Jordy, if you're interested, I've uploaded a video on my channel sharing my honest and personal thoughts on Netflix's Resident Evil, and without completely like repeating the entire contents of the video. I can't speak for the quote unquote Resident Evil community, but they can't speak for me either. I've been playing Resident Evil all of my life. I'm a 33-year-old man. I've been playing Resident Evil since the very beginning. I have a deep understanding of its lore. So I can only speak for myself. So what you hear in that video Oh, sorry, I forgot. Asha, you as well. Sorry, I forgot that you were a Resident Evil fan. Sorry, my apologies, Asha. You as well. You can check it out as well. Apologies, apologies. I've got two hardcore Resident Evil fans in the live stream right now, or anybody else watching could be a fan as well. But just what you see and hear, well, not what you see, but what you hear in that video is my personal and honest views. I mean, again, I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone. I mean, I can't come out there and say this is shit, and we all think it's shit because not everyone's going to think it's shit. You know what I mean? I could say, oh, this is great, this is brilliant. I speak on behalf of the entire community when I say this is, you know what I mean? So I don't speak on behalf of anyone, and I don't expect anyone to speak on behalf of myself either. I can only speak for myself, you know what I mean? So nobody can speak for me, I can't speak for them, and yeah, the rest is in the video basically. Fast P Jordan likes Resident Evil Code Veronica. Well, he's a legend, because Code Veronica is actually it's a very difficult Resident Evil experience, let me tell you. But it's a very, I like it though. I like the lore of that game. The Ashford family, discovering, that was the first time that you actually heard of a founder of the Umbrella Corporation. We didn't know about Spencer at that time. We didn't know about James Marcus at that time. So it was the first time in the series that we actually got to learn about the one of the founders of the Umbrella Corporation, the Ashford family, and just how fucked up they were, to be honest with you. I'll see your video. Thank you. Much appreciated. Now, I am no professional YouTuber, so, my video is not exactly structured as most, big YouTubers out there, like big Resident Evil YouTubers out there, like Score PN, Let's Talk Resident Evil, and among other, good and genuine Resident Evil YouTubers, not the ones that get paid by Capcom to suck their, what. But yeah. But yeah, it's not exactly structured. It's a bit all over the place. But I feel like it's me. It's raw. It's uncut. That sounds really wrong. Sorry. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's real. So I mean, it's not edited or anything like that. It's just how I genuinely felt about the show. And I know I mentioned other things too, and I kind of go in different directions as well. I always like to do that. It's certainly not a review anyway, that's for sure. I'm certainly not reviewing the series. I'm not good at reviews, to be honest with you. Terrible at reviews. Oh yeah, that reminds me of asking a question. What happened to Billy Cohen after you finished Resident Evil 0? Nobody knows. It's tragic. It's sad. It's probably one of the most frustrating things about the series for the hardcore fan base. We never got to find out what happened to Billy. I mean, Jesus, didn't we saw Hannigan again? Fucking Hannigan from Resident Evil 4. Wasn't she brought up to 6 as well? I mean, they brought her back. They brought Sherry Birkin back. And then poor Billy Cohen is just wandering around somewhere right now. It's depressing. It really is. That character was super cool. He was such an interesting character. A tragic character as well. I mean, he was set up. He was so nice to Rebecca as well. I mean, he helped her. The both of them survived that hell. I mean, we all talk about how Chris survived the mansion incident along with Jill. But I mean, the nightmare that that fucking Billy Cohen and Rebecca Chambers went through all happened before the mansion incident. Are we just going to forget about that? Are we just going to ignore what Billy Cohen went through? I mean, yeah, they brought back Rebecca. They brought back Rebecca for Resident Evil Vendetta, the CGI movie. Where's he throwing stones at? Hey! Where are you throwing stones at? This is an amusement park. Someone can get hurt. for that now. See, that's what I can't understand. This game tells you to sting a bully, right? And the bully is some little kid who is playing in the grass. And your ass is sting them in the face. We've got this like annoying little shit-stained kid, like throwing stones. Hey, you better hang your head in shame. You better hang your head in shame. You think about what you've done, okay? And you're the older brother. You should be setting an example. Yeah? Don't you look at me like that. And you, go on a diet. Chad Middleton, you are very welcome back to Green Hill Gaming for the final live stream of Beast Simulator. How are you doing, Chad? Uncle Bert. Oh my god, I'm unlimited breadsticks. I love your humour, man. I just love the humour that you bring to the live streams, Chad. Man, the live streams, I'm saying this now genuinely. I'm not like over exaggerating here now. Chad, let me just say, from the bottom of my heart, you genuinely bring so much humour to these live streams. And I'm telling you, like, when it comes to like the new Resident Evil series or something that just released, like, you just bring so much humour to the situation, and I just love that, like, you know. Good old Uncle Bert, huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. I saw all the episodes as well, Chad. I saw the whole series. I'm not really going to discuss it in this live stream. I actually uploaded a video, if you want to check it out on your own time, Chad, sharing my personal and honest thoughts of the series. It's all there in the video. But Uncle Bert and his breadsticks. What the fuck, like? This show, man. That show was just so random at the best of fucking times, man. Oh my fucking god. But that character was super cool, and he has forgotten. I know, it's so sad, like, that he's actually finished, that they actually forgot about him. What impressed me is that Rebecca is 18 years old. Exactly, he's 18. I mean, she's still a kid. You know what I mean? Like, she's still so young, like, you know. She went through all of that, like. I think it's a bloody disgrace that we haven't seen Billy or Rebecca back. But one of the rumours that was actually going around was that there was going to be a Resident Evil game on Switch, and it was going to be Revelations 3, or else it was going to be Outrage, and that it was going to bring back Billy and Rebecca, but apparently it got cancelled. If anything should have been cancelled, it should have been those terrible fucking movie adaptations of Resident Evil. The Welcome to Raccoon City and the fucking Netflix series. If anything should have been cancelled, it should have been them. It's ridiculous. So she even got a doctorate at an age. Yeah, she did. Billie Eilish Wesker, greatest video game. I'm telling you, I actually put this in the video. Do you know what I felt, Chad? I felt like I was watching Billie Eilish's nightmare. I felt like Billie Eilish, right, Billie Eilish was laying on her bed, right? Right? Playing some Resident Evil late at night, right? And every now and again, she took her phone out and she organised a few woke movements, right? She organised, I must organise a vegan protest. Now I must organise climate change. And then she fell asleep while listening to her own music. And then she had Nightmare. And that Nightmare is basically Resident Evil Netflix. Her music is in there. There's a character called Billy in it. They look like Billie Eilish. And they're literally like acting like, you know, the kind of this whole like fuck my life. My life is terrible because I couldn't get a takeaway today. Why does everyone hate me? Give me some breadsticks, Bert, for fuck's sake. But no, all joking aside, like, I mean, you know, I'm not having a go. I am having a go, like, but it's just fucking. It's just, I mean, nothing against. I've listened to Billie Eilish. I've actually listened to 2 of her songs, right? I think they're good songs. I've nothing against Billie Eilish or anyone who listens to Billie Eilish, right? I'm nothing against her or her fan base, but it's just that's what it felt like to me, man. That's what it felt like to me. Do you know what I mean? Welcome to Shitty City. I don't want to see the series. I think it's going to fuck up with my likes of Resident Evil. I would say, no, this is me. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I think you should give it a go, and you may or not, you may or may not accept it for what it is. It's somewhat enjoyable. It does have quite a few references to the series, but the thing is, as I point out in the video, there's a massive difference between adaptation and reference. You can reference something, but it doesn't mean it's being adapted. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of adaptation going on in that series, just referencing bits of lore from the series here or there. But it's still far away from a truthful adaptation. And I can tell you, oh yeah, that guy Baxter, yes, he's actually from Northern Ireland. He was actually quite funny, to be honest with you. Some of the jokes he's, oh my god, there was one joke involving an altar boy and a priest, and you can let your imagination work the rest out there. But oh man, kind of funny but fucked up at the same time. But the part where he mentioned that he loves SpongeBob, it was just so fucking random. But yeah, he's actually from Northern Ireland. I picked up the accent. Damn, all right, I'll watch it then. But I'm not saying like you're going to enjoy it, like, but I'm just saying for me, I watched all the episodes. I did actually nearly fall asleep, and I glad I wasn't the only person because I actually came across something a few minutes ago. Somebody actually fell asleep while watching episode 8. Actually, the final episode, they fell asleep. I almost fell asleep watching episode 5 or episode 6. I think it might have been 6. I actually literally almost fell asleep. Like it was getting so boring, like, you know. But if you accept it for what it is, it's good. I just, you know, I'm actually going to run off. I'm going to actually pause the game, actually, because I'm going to end the live stream any moment. I stayed up to 1 a.m. watching the episodes. And I actually stayed up to, on the Thursday night, I actually stayed up to, well, morning, I should say. I actually stayed up to about, I think it was like 2 o'clock or after 2 o'clock. And then last night I stayed up to about 1 and I watched the rest of them. I've given up hope that there's ever going to be a true, faithful adaptation to the lore, like actual adaptation, not referencing, but adaptation. I've given up hope that I will ever see an opening scene of Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and the rest of his friends in South Africa discovering the progenitor virus and researching it out there, and Spencer going crazy talking about his vision for a new world of humanity, the foundation of Umbrella, the Wesker Children Project, you know, the Trevor family incident. I mean, I have given up hope that I will ever see that adapted to this, to either a series or a movie. I've given up hope. I don't even care anymore. The next time I hear that there's a new Resident Evil movie or a series, I just don't even care. I'm going to watch it, but I don't even care. It just doesn't bother me anymore. The games is what matters to me. The novels are there. There's some novels out there, some fantastic novels out there that are really good adaptations. It had some good moments, like Uncle Perry. It was very funny, like, hey bro. It was like, what the fuck? Oh my god. I gotta say though, actually I don't want to say too much because Asha hasn't watched it yet. By the way, my video contains spoilers, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But there was a few moments where I was like, oh, you know, that could have, because they did reference lore. And they did reference characters, and it did feel good that they did that. But it was like it was like, oh, I don't know, man. It had so much potential, you know. But as always, excuse me, it fucked up in the end. It fucked up in the end. Anyway, that's going to be the live stream. Listen, it's been really fun playing Bee Simulator. That was a really fun experience. But I know we're going to move on to other games. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.